Okay, I'm going to do a quick tutorial about how to add a new page and how to also link that new page from your header and your footer menus. So you got your list of pages here. Currently, I just have my home page, which is /index. So in other words, my home page technically is mywebsite.com/index. So that's kind of the full URL of the page. And the home page is always set up that way. You don't have to use the index at the end, and the home page will still load. But that is technically the name of that page. So we're going to add a new page. We'll just call it services. And this is going to show you what the URL of that new page is. So you got to pay attention to this. That's important when you go to add your links into your header and your footer. Um, you're going to need to remember that. So we're going to go ahead and create that page. Takes a couple seconds to generate. So you just wait and it'll eventually generate here. So this is my new page. As you can see, there's just filler content, so I have to go in and add my own content. And eventually we'll have an AI generation tool that'll generate that content for you. That's in the development process now, but it'll be ready shortly. Also, the images here you can change if you want, just like with the home page. Then you got your content here, contact form, and your footer. So this new page is /services, which you can see up here. I have not added a custom domain yet, so it's just giving me a string off SitesGPT's domain, but I can later add my own domain or just put a custom subdomain at the .sitesgpt.com main domain. So anyway, services is my new page. So when I go to look at pages here, you'll see it here. And you can always toggle between the pages and work on them independently. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go back to the home page. And I want to now create links in my menu to my new page. And here's how you do that. When you look off to the left sidebar, this is your kind of your edit bar. You've got your header here. That's what this button represents. And then all your sections have their own little button to work on them and edit them. You see this small little arrow here, this little triangle on the far left. That's going to open up what's called the blocks, which are your links here. These are all blocks. So this will open up your list of blocks. And that's basically all the links you see in your header. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and add a block. There's two choices here, top level item or child menu item. Don't worry about the child menu item right now. I'll explain that later. Top level item is what you really want here. So that's going to add that to your list of blocks. And then we're going to edit it. So you just click on it to edit it. And we want that link to show services for the link. And then if you recall, they call it the path or the link or the URL was your domain /services. And now that link is live. So I can hit escape, can hit save page. Don't forget to save frequently. And you'll see it here. This is the new link. Now, obviously, it's not ideal to have your phone number first and then your another button. You usually want to keep your phone number pushed to the right. At this point, we don't have the ability to drag and drop. Unfortunately, it's in development, like many things. We're a newer software, and we're still making improvements. So you can rearrange these, and the only way to do it is to click on each one and just sort of change them. So if I want to take my telephone number and move it over, I'm gonna put services here. So I'm gonna make sure you link to the right page. Escape. So now I got services twice. So I'm going to go ahead and make the last one my phone number. And then you got to also change the link here. Something you need to keep in mind is if you want that to be a live clickable link, which is much more relevant on mobile than desktop, but You just put in the code TEL and then your phone number, and that'll allow that to be clickable and callable. Hit escape. Now what you end up with, we had our services, which is an original link that was here when you generate the site. And this does not take you to a page, it just bounces you down to the services section. When you click it, it just takes you down to here. And so now you got services twice. You may want to consider just taking this one out. Our services was the original one. If you click on it, it basically, this code tells it to bounce down to the 3-column section. This is kind of automatically generated when you make your page. You don't really need to memorize it, these codes or anything. Just keep in mind your / whatever is the new pages you're building, and those are the ones you need to remember as you're adding these links. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete this block completely. Just for aesthetic reasons, we don't want services twice. So now my service is going to take me to a new page rather than just bounce me down the existing page. And I can change all these links. I can delete links. I can add pages and put my own arrangement of how I want those links to show here. And when you're on mobile, for example, you'll have a little drop down at the top where it will show all these pages that you created here. So now I'm going to show you how to add that link to the footer. So I scroll down to my footer, click on it to tell the system you want to edit the footer. And now you've got a block of links here that you'll notice. These are the same as the header, basically. They bounce you around the page, but they really don't take you to any other pages. So here's what you do. You click the block. This is a little different than editing the header. This one, you just click the block, and you'll see over here your links. You got your label, and then the URL. And again, these are just codes to tell it to bounce to different parts of the page, not what you're going to be doing. So I'm going to show you a simple way to just make this original our services, which is we'll call it a bouncy link that just bounces you up to our services. I'm going to make it my new one. So all I'm going to do is change this, name it services, or it could have kept it our services, didn't matter, / services. So now that overwrote my original services button with my new one. And you can do that with all of these. All you just got to do is you can change the label if you want or leave it, and then put the / page name of whatever page you created. I'm just going to escape out of here and save my page. Then if I want to just view my live site, you can see here now that this will actually bounce me to my new page for services. And then when I scroll down, I can click here and it takes me to services, or that's the case if you go back to your home page. Go down to my footer, click services, and it takes me to my new page. So that's how you do it. We're working on tools that make it easier. For example, when you create a new page, you'll basically be able to click a checkbox to say I want this included in my menu, and then that page will automatically appear in your menu. But that's in the works, like many other features we're adding. But it does currently have the functionality. It just requires a little bit more manual work, but you can get your sub-page links in the header and footer just by going through those steps. Thanks for watching. Please reach out if you have any questions. Thank you.